Good day to everyone. Today, I would like to explain and demonstrate how to use the Upshift platform. This platform is designed for earning attractive yields from our stablecoins, as well as other cryptocurrencies. Let's skip the introduction and get to the point. Press the Launch Up button to begin. In the top right corner of the screen, it will load, and we will then see the site's total TVL. This is all the funds that users have deposited on this site at the moment. The amount is about $408 million. Why is this important? Because until we reach a total of $750 million, we will continuously receive additional rewards in the form of points from this platform. Specifically, we will enjoy a remarkable X5 multiplier, which is quite significant and beneficial. But I will explain this in more detail a bit later. For now, let's move on. If we scroll down a little further, we will see all the various available pools listed on this platform. We will carefully examine the various network chains where we intend to deposit our funds, and these are the specific coins that we will be investing in. TVL refers to the total funds that users have deposited into each specific pool, total value and amount. Target APY, that is, the target yield and rewards that we will be receiving. Here, these are exactly the Upshift points and additional tokens. In the final columns, we can see the dedicated curators who will be responsible for managing your investments and funds. So, let's connect our wallet. I created a separate wallet just for demonstration. So, it's very simple. We successfully connected our digital wallet, and now let's select any available pool to better explain the process and provide you with additional insights. In this detailed menu, we will also view the total deposit, which represents the total amount that users have contributed to this particular pool. Target yield. Here we can observe the specific strategy that will be employed to successfully earn the expected yield. This is the strategy briefly described, which the curator of this pool will use. We also see the deposit token, which is the specific coin that we actively contribute. Here we see the securely wrapped token that we are about to receive. This document will serve as clear proof that we successfully made our deposit. Accordingly, this detailed menu clearly shows the withdrawal fee, which, in this specific case, is notably absent. This is the platform's commission. In this pool, we see it is 0%. The target yield in this case is 2.9%, which does not mean that you will always receive 2.9% 100% of the time. This is, so to speak, the value that this pool aims for. It may fluctuate slightly, being a bit less or a bit more, but on average, you will receive 2.9%. The max daily drawdown refers to the largest decline in value experienced in a single day. Since some strategies involve trading, there may be a drawdown on some days. If you see a percentage in this field, you can check what potential small risks you might incur. In this case, it is 0%. The withdrawal period for your funds here is 3 days. Sometimes it can be shorter, sometimes longer, but all conditions are completely transparent. Everything is clearly stated, including the rewards. Everything is as clear as possible, all for the users, as they say. So what exactly are the platform points used for? We will gather platform points. They will likely be turned into rewards later. This could serve as a tangible token of the platform itself, or alternatively, rewards might be distributed directly through the conversion of these accumulated points. And now, as we can notice, what I mentioned at the very beginning, until the site's TVL reaches 750 million, we will farm up to X5 points. But that's not all. We can receive additional yield. If we scroll down a little further, we can clearly see that additional points can indeed be earned. Let's say we need to provide up USDC here. Let's consider this situation as a specific example. I will clearly show you where we can get this up USDC and what it actually is. This is a wrapped USDC token that we receive when we provide liquidity to one of the various liquidity pools available. Let's return to the Deposit tab for just a moment to review it. Since we've made the decision to deposit our USDC stablecoins, we can easily click on all available coins and select USDC from the list. In this specific case, we will need to access the Upshift USDC pool. Let's move to it. I'll explain why. Here we can clearly see that the tokens we deposit into the platform are USDC, and we will receive wrapped up USDC. Those specific items are the ones we will need later in order to earn even more valuable points. As we can see, we earn 8% yield in stablecoins. Agree, that's quite a lot. Very nice. It's definitely better than just letting your stablecoins gather dust in your wallets. So, why not consider earning some extra income on the side? So, let me show you more visually. We have already connected our wallet. Let's click Deposit. For example, let's deposit a small amount. Deposit 20 USDC into my test wallet as an example. First, we see the transaction clearly confirming the exact amount of access we are granting this specific contract for the purpose of withdrawal. In this case, it's 20 USDC. We sign the transaction carefully and then wait patiently for it to be confirmed. It may have been preferable to slightly raise the gas level to prevent keeping you waiting and to help expedite the process. But right now, the fees on Ethereum are quite low. Great, we signed it. I didn't even get to finish my thought that there aren't that many transactions overall. Moving on to the second window, we confirm the deduction of our 20, and for that, we will receive 18.83 up USDC. Don't be fooled by the fact that the amount of up USDC is smaller. It does not imply that there are any hidden fees involved. Not at all. It's just how they are evaluated. This amount of up USDC reflects your USDC. There are no hidden fees here. I've told you about all the fees. They are listed here. So don't worry. I'll show and prove it to you a little later. And so we sent our USDC, and now we see a successful confirmation of this. Let's close the window. Here, we are offered to invite our friends and referrals. So let's refresh the page to make sure. Let's wait a little bit. So, we see that our USDC has been deducted and we received our up USDC. To reiterate, we can clearly see here that our 18.83 up USDC is currently valued at $20. So everything is great. All is well. We haven't lost anything. So, let's continue. Let's navigate over to the Points tab, as I previously promised to demonstrate how you can effectively farm additional points on this platform for your benefits. And we see that here we can provide our up USDC. Let's go. We access the Morpho platform, where we can provide liquidity from our up USDC. We can also consider taking out a loan if needed, but I personally won't choose to do that. I don't want to take on those additional risks right now. Your strategy plays a crucial role. If you need free stablecoins, you can also deposit your USDC as collateral here and take out USDC again, so you can possibly deposit them back into the protocol. However, please keep in mind that there can be potential liquidations in this case, and there are inherent risks involved in the process. Therefore, always think about what you are doing and weigh all the pros and cons. In this case, we are simply depositing our up USDC to earn additional points. We will not be taking any loans, so our funds will be safe. We are depositing our received 18.83 up USDC and clicking Confirm. Accordingly, we sign our transaction, provide confirmation for the contract, and do not give full approval for the deduction of our up USDC. Again, we wait for the transaction to be confirmed. It takes some time, but it's quite fast. Great. We see that our transaction has been confirmed, and we also see a notification. That's it. We will now start earning additional points from the Morpho Rewards platform. If we navigate back to the Upshift platform, we can easily access the Portfolio tab where our deposited funds will be clearly displayed for our review. In the Points tab, we can diligently track our progress regarding the points that we have earned so far. Naturally, since we have only deposited our funds at this stage, we haven't received any returns or benefits yet, but we should remember that everything comes in due time. I also promise to demonstrate that there are absolutely no hidden fees associated with this platform, so you can rest easy without any concerns. Now, let's quickly go through the reverse process together. We can just as easily return our UP USDC without encountering any problems or difficulties at all. We select, here are all 18.83. We also sign the transaction for confirmation. We wait a bit for the transaction to be signed, but of course, you don't need to withdraw funds. If you simply place them to earn returns, you will need to wait for a considerable period of time to see results. I'm simply presenting this example for demonstration purposes only. Therefore, we can navigate back to the Deposit tab, change the currency to USDC, and proceed to withdraw our UP USDC into standard USDC. As we can see, we will receive 20 USDC, meaning there are absolutely no hidden fees here. Everything is transparent, all for the users. As we see, we receive the same 20 USDC that we deposited. My USDC is being withdrawn right now. This has been an informative introductory video aimed at guiding you through the various options available. You have the freedom to select your own strategies, as they may lead to increased profitability. It's important to note that you are not limited to just stablecoins. You can deposit a variety of funds here, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and numerous other cryptocurrencies. As a result, there are a multitude of different options for each coin, each offering varying interest rates. Therefore, take the time to choose strategies that align with your personal risk tolerance and return objectives, enabling you to earn additional funds effectively. With that, I bid you farewell. Have a great day, good luck, and goodbye.